Who are ya? What do you got?
Hi, I'm Wallace, and I've got my Point Break Rotofury here. So what I've done with this bad boy is I've got a separate breech that interlocks with the electrical conduit that we've got in Australia. And what happens is each time I prime it, I've got a little mechanism at the front here that pushes this whole barrel forwards. Then when I slam it back forwards, that will slide back and create a seal. Not sealing as much as I'd like it to, but yeah, that's the main uniqueness of this blaster. What I've also done is I've put my own version of a scar barrel in here. What I've done is I've broken it in two and have a scar barrel that runs from about here to here, as well as here to here. And the idea is, as much as it spins the dart, it also allows for 2 points of contact for the dart to pass through, therefore making sure the bullet or the dart stays centered. So that's the theory behind it. Whether it works or not, you guys can make your own decision. No!
Some of them are really straight. That other one we saw is whirly-birding a bit, so I guess it is spinning the darts, maybe too much, but...
well, they whirly-bird sometimes when you just have too much power, don't they?
Yeah, oh, they'll fishtail.
Next I've also got the red dot sight. I put some duct tape holders here, which is nice. I usually have some glass cleaner in here just in case. Oh, I've got some real loading slots over here. Beautiful. Yep. And yeah, as you can see, the rotating mech.
Nice.
Pretty nice. I also painted this thing black, makes it look nice. Because I don't like using mags, I use these ones, these 18s on the side where I can always have 1 point of contact to just grab a dart, push them in. Hold on. Got these rear loading holes, put them in there, very nice. Yeah. Next up I have my hammer shot, just a normal hammer shot with, I use masking tape as a spacer, just rolled it around a couple of times, fit really nice. Put some conduit at the front so when I pull it out of these water bottle holders, they don't slip out.
Oh, what's funny is everyone goes for the 3D printed cylinders now. And I think it's cool and old school that you actually just extended the barrels on yours. Like, you actually modded it, getting a drop-in piece.
I just didn't want to pay $35 for a piece for a gun I barely use.
Oh, what's also funny, so when we did Will's loadout, he had a Rotofury, he had mags still on his chest.
Yeah.
And the most common comment of everyone thinking they're so clever, why has he got mags on his chest? And it's like, well, he had multiple blasters on the day, but anyway. It's amusing that you are actually using them to just hold your darts and then load.
One more thing to show off, which is my Sledge Fire. I've got the same scar barrel I've got in my Rotofury. I just pulled. I can just pull that one off. And I've got my own little shell I've got here. That was really cool. It just popped out. Singles
Don't
it out.
bring attention to it. You casually do it. It's all part of the plan.
There you go. This looks a lot nicer. And then once I take that out.
Wow.
I can still use my old shells. Yay! Whoops, sorry.
My bad.
And you increase the spring.
The one that Justin used in his tutorial. This is the C386 spring that everyone uses, which is really good.
I mean, also the ejection spring.
I just used. Believe I used a Maverick spring, and then I put it up to the second position, so just to get it to fire as much as I could. And then I've also made these shells.
Mega shells!
Mega! Yeah, I had to make the inside bigger for that to fit. Yeah.
Hopefully you're not losing too much. Or...
Oh, I have shot that one today.
Oh, well.
And I have no replacements.
It's kind of cool, but I guess the only trouble is you have to make these, and so you cut those slots for the ejector to slot into, or?
Yeah, the ejector position is around about over here, and that's why I've cut the groove in, allow it to push back, but the Mega Dart is about that long, and I just didn't want the foam of the Mega Dart to be protruding out of the cylinder.
Oh, right.
So now it's just the silicons exposed, and that's about it, all with air restrictors.
How did you make these?
Long time tinkering. Electrical conduit, these 3 pieces are also electrical conduit. Just cut them in, fit them around, make sure it fits in the shell before you glue it in. Then you super glue them in, and then in this case I've used epoxy, but now I use a different method, which is just to put flour and super glue together. Very messy, but you can get nice shapes. Add layers, then you sand it back once it's dry. Takes only a couple of minutes, it's easy to work with, but your hands are like dirty.
Get crusty.
Oh yeah, like doing all this stuff gets you cut. I cut myself last night just trying to mod.
Oh shit.
So like, guys, never point your knife at yourself. Always cut away from yourself. Anything else I want to show off? Oh, yes. Very important accessory. A water bottle. To stay hydrated on the field, guys. You don't have to walk back to base when you're thirsty.
A toast.
Now, end.
Ha! I got the knife. Now turn on the goddamn light.
You sure there was water in there?
Yeah, it was all water. This is a bum bag. The bum bag.
Fanny pack?
Fanny pack, exactly. I was originally not sold on them. I used it and I was just holding everything without having like a side bag, and I just fell in love with the fanny pack. And like, so say someone was to come up to me and I was all out of bullets in here, so I actually don't need this anymore, and I just want to be really light, I can just click my belt, all falls off, and I can run freely. I'm Wallace, and this is my loadout.
I want the knife.